Now our next resource person is Professor Dr. Dada Saheb Gajhans, Professor and Head of Department of Geography, MSCS Ankush Rao Tope College, Jalna. He is also Chairman of BOS in Geography, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar University, Aurangabad. I invite to Dada Saheb Gajhans. Please come and give us his lecture.
Whether I am audible to all of you, sir?
Yes. You are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to all the geographers and participants of in this one-day national webinar organized by Nijampur Jaitane Shikshan Prasarak Mandal, Jagannath Kawarda Shah Adarsh College, Nijampur Jaitane, Taluka Sakri District, Dhule. The college is affiliated to Dr. Bahinabai Chaudhary, North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. The Department of Geography of Jagannath Kawarda Shah Adarsh College, Jaitane, Nijampur, has organized a one-day national webinar on a very burning issue, that is environmental issues and the society. The chief organizer of this one-day national webinar, very enthusiastic, very responsive and responsible person, the principal of this college, Dr. Ashok Kharnas, who is also the Senate member of Kavitri Bahinabai Chaudhary, North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon. The inaugurator of this one-day national webinar, Dr. Pramod Pawar, who is also the Dean of Faculty of Humanities of KBC NMU, Jalgaon. And the well-known geographer of our region, especially in Maharashtra, and the former principal of Pratap College, Amalne, and who is the well-wisher and the guide, as like myself, so many geographers in Maharashtra, Professor Dr. S.R. Chaudhary, sir. I am very happy to see you, sir, here. How are you, sir? I hope you are very fine and fit. And only because of whom I am here, my friend, the young and dynamic Professor Vijay Bhamre, who is the coordinator of this one-day national webinar. And dear friend, since early in the morning, 10 a.m., we have heard so many dignitaries, intellectual personalities, as like Professor Idris Siddiqui from Toronto, Canada. In spite of night is there, but in the night he awake there to awaken us. And he talk about the certain issues regarding the environment. Then next speaker was Dr. Ajay Trivedi, Department of Geography, Rohilkhand, Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. Then a very few minutes ago, we have listened Professor Aniruddha Kumar from TNB College, Bhagalpur, who is also the head of the department and associate professor in geography there. And Professor Aniruddha Kumar throws light on different issues as like light pollution in his speech. Then my friend Shivaji Patil, then Principal Dr. A.T. Patil, Principal Dr. D.S. Patil, Nandurbar, Yogesh Dhorkule, Professor Maske D.S., Sachin Kale, Professor Ajay Landre, Professor Bharat Usare, and Dr. Vijay Kendale, Dr. Raju Dubai from Assam. Dear friend, today the whole world is celebrating the World Environmental Day. That is 5th June. Since 1972, everywhere in the world, the citizen of the world, the people of the world, they are concerning about the environment. Because human beings became much more aware about the environment. What happened? The environmentalists, the persons who studied about the environment, they were thinking about the certain aspects and issues about the environment. And they felt that our survival or our existence is depend upon the environment. Means if there is no environment, there is no livelihood on the earth. What is environment? That we all are geographers and we are concerned about the environment. Therefore, I am not going into detail about the environment. But we know that we are because of the environment. And when the organizer chosen the topic as like the environmental issues and the society, being the part of the society, being the part of the state and the nation and the world, we must think about the environment, we must think about our surroundings, because we are the beneficiary of this environment. Whatever we have had, that is only because of the environment. We get food from the environment, we get clothes from the environment, we get each and everything which are required to us for our survival. That all things are being provided by the nature or the environment. And the topic which has given to me by the organizer of this one-day national webinar, that is also related to our daily life. The topic is that environmental challenges and agriculture. Dear friend, there are so many challenges and many challenges have been discussed by the expertise before you. In my opinion, the challenges before the environment, that is also related to challenge of agriculture. Means if there are certain challenges to the environment, that challenges face to the agriculture. Now look here. We know that India is the land of agriculture. About 17% GDP, percentage share of GDP of our national domestic product, that is come from the agriculture. And about 70% rural population totally depend upon. And total India's population, when we are talking about the India's population, nowadays we are crossing more than 1.4 billion years population. 1 billion 14 crore population we have crossed this year. Hence, we must aware about the environment and we must aware about our agriculture, because the Indians are love their agriculture, they love their agricultural practices. But how the environmental challenges and the agriculture we correlate. हम इस दोनों बात को कैसे समझ सकते हैं कि environment and agriculture, they are correlated each other. Now just think about the challenges before the environment. What are the challenges before the environment? Over consumption of resources. It is a challenge before the environment. Over consumption of resources means we are using this, we are using the things or resources which we are taking from the environment. Now look there. We use minerals. There are some minerals like metals. It may be gold, iron, or other metals. We use fuels. that is petroleum, gas, and all other things we get from the environment. We know that one day all these resources will get over. एक दिन ये सारे जो रिसोर्सेस एक दिन तो एंड होने वाले हैं, खत्म हो जाएंगे, तो वो दिन हम क्या करेंगे? दैट इज द चैलेंज बिफोर द एनवायरनमेंट. Another challenge is before the environment, that is, now look here, over consumption of resources, it is the challenge before the environment, and also it is challenge to the agriculture of the world, because as we find out new resources, at that time we use the land of agriculture for that type of resources. Now look here, we are using the land for urbanization, we are using the land for settlements, we are using the land for construction of roads, railway tracks, airports, and other projects, industrialized. For the purpose of all these things, using the agricultural land or forest land. Means, one side, the population of the world is increasing, and the other side, the land, or using the land for agriculture, that is decreasing. Means, what you may say that it is the great challenge to the environment, because if we decrease the land of agriculture, then how we can achieve this land? Once we use for another purpose, that different matter. Nowadays, the population of the world is increasing. The population of the world, now it is a overpopulation. It is going beyond 8 billions. That is another challenge for the environment. Previous speakers already told you that loss of biodiversity is there. That is different challenge of the before the environment. Deforestation, that is the big challenge. If we deforest the land, then consequences occur in the environment. If there is no tree, no rainfall, and if there is no rainfall, then we face to drought. And if we face to drought, there is no water for irrigation purpose, no water for drinking purpose, no water for industrialization. Means one challenge, that is in deforestation to the environment. The consequences occurs in allied sectors, as like industry, agriculture, then population, and etc. and etc. Then desertification is also another challenge before the environment. Then another aspect is there, global warming. So many, my previous speaker, Dr. Trivedi ji, Dr. Aniruddha Kumar, and also Professor Siddiqui sir, they rightly point out that the global warming is also a great challenge before the environment. And if there is an increase in the temperature of the Earth's surface, definitely it affects the agricultural products, the productivity, the crops. It also changes the cropping pattern. If there is a high temperature in our surroundings, it affects the livelihood, livestock, animals, and all other crops, and also the human beings. This global warming, it is the burning issue, and it is the challenge before the environment and agriculture. Means, if it is the challenge to the agriculture, that is the challenge to the environment. Means if there is changes in environment, automatically it affects the activities of human being. All the activities undertaken by the human beings are correlated with the environment. Now look here, irrigation. Irrigation is also the challenge before the environment. It is the environmental challenge because usable water is very less on the earth. Usable water is only 3%, that is fresh water. We use for drinking purpose, we use for agricultural purpose, we use for daily use and other allied sectors. Therefore, on the earth, 97% water is in the ocean. That is saline water, and that water because is not usable for our daily use or agriculture or industrial purpose because the salinity of that water. So we have only 3%, and within that 3%, most of the water we are using for agriculture. And what happened in some areas, there is regional imbalances in the irrigation pattern. In some areas having the perennial rivers, and some areas having the imperennial rivers. In the areas where the perennial rivers, the farmers much more depend upon the irrigational facilities. They are using much more water to the agricultural purpose, and because of that, high level of irrigation, the land, the fertility of land is decreasing. That is another thing is there. The soil erosion is observed there. Then another thing is there, over use of chemical fertilizers. As we use over water for irrigational purpose, over irrigation, it also damages to the soil, quality of soil. It changes the pH value of the soil. Now look here, dear friend, another thing is there. Since green revolution in the world and the increase and to fulfill the needs of the increasing population, the farmers, the scientists, they are pursuing to use the chemical fertilizers in the agriculture to increase the production, because organic manure is not adequate, and therefore there is a rat race among all the farmers to use urea, nitrogen, superphosphate, and all other chemical fertilizers and pesticides to increase their production and productivity, to get the high yield in their agriculture. Therefore, another thing is there, very important, that is traditionally our farmers using their traditional seeds to take the crops, but nowadays these traditional seeds are going to disappear. Now the big companies taking the charge of all these seeds. You know that high yielding variety seeds creating by the agricultural companies as like Mayuko and others. They are using high yielding variety seeds and they are providing to the farmers. But if there is a loss, sometimes these high yielding variety seeds fail to give the quality crops. At that time, these companies are not taking the responsibility. That is another thing is there. So chemical fertilizers and high yielding variety seeds also affect the environment. Now, dear friend, today it is highly impossible for us to live without the industrialization, because we have to maintain the standard of living. We are using certain things in our daily lives, and for that purpose, industrialization is much more needed. Every country want to be a self-reliance in the field of industrialization or in the field of industry. You know that in our country there is a slogan Atmanirbhar Bharat. It is also that we are thinking about to develop ourselves, develop our own industries and export our goods. High industrialization reduce the agricultural land. High use of chemical fertilizers decrease the fertility of agriculture. And because of agricultural manure, there is ecological collapse happening. Dear friends, we know that nowadays the river ecosystem is totally collapsed. Why river ecosystem is totally collapsed? The river ecosystem is collapsed because of the effluent or industrial effluent water or the sewage water from the big cities or metropolitan cities. We are not using systematic drainage pattern. Almost everywhere in the world, the effluent water, the sewage water of the water is
जैसे दिख रहा है ना
sewage water is dropped in the
मिनट और क्या जो भी है
every drainage system
सिस्टम जो है सिस्टम
rush toward the river.
हमारे यहाँ बनाया हुआ कमरा उसमें कनेक्टिविटी गुजरे केबल कट पानी घुस
Dr. Respected Chaudhary sir, whether I am audible to you? Yes. So river ecosystem, we damage the river ecosystem. We know that our forefathers and the peoples who were living before 10,000 years, 100,000 years, they built up their settlements on the bank of river. Why? To get fresh water from the river. But the condition of today's river, the situation of the today's river in modern days, it is not possible for us to drink water of the river anywhere. Either it may be in the hilly side or either in the village side. And you know the condition of the river in the city. It becomes as like gutters, the open gutters. Even dear friend, we are not thinking about the environment. Let's just look here. What happened? And during this pandemic, the Ganga is the holy river of our country. We have seen so many dead bodies were floating in the Ganga. It's very sad things. One side, it is our sacred river. We devote this. We devote this river. On the other side, we are throwing the dead bodies in the river. We are polluting our rivers. We polluted our rivers. We polluted the water of our rivers. And the water of that polluted river, it is not possible for the people who are living on the bank of that river to use their agricultural purpose or drinking purpose or any other purpose. So now it is our duty, being a geographer, to think about all the challenges before the environment. what are the challenges to the environment and how the challenges affect the agriculture and how the systems we adapted to take more yields from the agriculture affect the environment. This one side, if there is change in the environment, that change affect the agriculture. And another side, if we use certain methods in agriculture, in agricultural sector or agriculture, that methods also damage the environment. Means we have to go in a right direction by taking the way of sustainable development, a sustainable agriculture. After green revolution, we are not thinking about sustainable agriculture. And before 1972, we are not thinking about the environment. When we understand, if we don't stop the pollution, if we don't stop the interference in the environment, then one day this environment will kill us. Then nowadays we are thinking about the environment. But the way we are thinking, the efforts we are taking, that is not much enough to protect our environment. So there is it is the duty of geographers or the persons who are interested to study the environment. We must think how to protect, how to conserve all these things which nature has given to us. Because while nature is giving us, at that time nature is given all the things to us in plenty. Now look here, it is never going to end. On the atmosphere created by the nature on the earth, and the atmosphere, that is the gaseous layer surrounded by the earth, that is the atmosphere, and nitrogen, oxygen about 20%, 21% there is oxygen. And now you are seen during this pandemic, what happened? Every hospitals, every cities, every states, and all the countries all over the world, they are talking about the oxygen. When the physical systems of human beings are failed to take the oxygen from the air, at that time, it is essential or it is necessary for us to give artificial oxygen. And at that time, there is no oxygen plant connected to our hospitals. Almost all the oxygen is used for industrial purposes. And what happened? More than 350,000 lives gone in our country. म्हणजे आपण याला असं म्हणू शकतो, there are so many listeners from our state, so we must think about this. म्हणजे एकेकाळी आपण असं विचार केला होता, once upon a time we have not thought about that we are going to buy water, but now it is fact nowadays. If we are in a new village or if we are in a new cities or unknown place, we are not going to drink the water from any hotel or any other place. We take the water bottles, that is packaged water. बाटली बंद पाणी आपण आता सध्या घेतोय. म्हणजे आपण एकेकाळी विचार केला नव्हता की आपण पाणी विकत घेऊ, आता पाणी विकत घेतोय. आणि आपण हाही विचार केला नव्हता की कधी आपल्याला हवा विकत घ्यावा लागेल आता हवा विकत घेण्याची वेळ आलेली आहे. आणि पुढच्या काळामध्ये इव्हन in coming generation and next era, if we do not stop the pollution or if we do not stop the interference in the atmosphere, at that time we must have to buy oxygen for daily purpose. जसे माउंट एव्हरेस्ट वर जाणारे लोक जसं आपल्या पाठीवरती गॅस सिलेंडर घेऊन जातात, ऑक्सिजनचं सिलेंडर, तसं आपल्याला प्रत्येकाला, जसं आपले जे गॅजेट्स आहेत आता जसे वाढत चाललेले आहेत, जसं आपल्याकडे आता मोबाईल प्रत्येकाकडे लागतो, चष्मा प्रत्येकाला लागतो, प्रत्येक गोष्टी आपल्याला हव्या आहेत, तसं जसं पाण्याची बाटली आपण घेऊन जातोय तसं एक ऑक्सिजनचे सिलेंडर सुद्धा आपल्याला आपल्या सोबत ठेवावं लागणार आहे. Dear friend, if we do not want to face as like this or this situation, then it is our duty to protect the environment, to think about the environment, to think about agriculture. मैं 2 मिनट खत्म करने जा रहा हूँ, समाप्त करता हूँ. दोस्तों, अगर हमें खाने को 10-15 दिन नहीं मिलता तो हम बच जाएंगे. हमें अगर पानी भी नहीं मिलता 10-12 दिन तो भी हम बच सकते हैं. लेकिन हमें अगर ऑक्सीजन 5 मिनट भी नहीं मिलता तो हमारा जो अस्तित्व है वह समाप्त हो सकता है. देखिए, हमारे तरफ कितने भी कीमती चीजें हो, now in this global pandemic we learned so many lessons. So many rich families, rich persons, they were begging for the oxygen. They are requesting to get the oxygen. They are requesting to get good treatment. But it is not happened in proper time. So many lives have gone. So if we do not stop all the malpractices in the environment, dear friend, definitely it will threaten us. It will threaten to the human being, and it is challenge to the human being. It is not only the challenge for the environment. It is not only the challenge for the agriculture, but it is challenge for the human being. If we want our existence, we must preserve, we must conserve, we must protect our environment, and also we adopt good practices in our agriculture sector. If we want to boost our immunity, take good quality food, good quality vegetables, and good quality all other things from the agriculture, because our life is totally dependent upon agriculture. If there is no agriculture, it is not possible for us to do any activity, because we get energy from agriculture. We know that sun is the source of the energy, but the energy we get from the sun, it is not directly used by the human beings. Indirectly, when the energy of the sun is entered into the food chain, then it comes towards us, and we able to do all the activities. Well, thank you very much, all the listeners, all the participants, and the organizers of this one-day national webinar, the principal of the college, Dr. Ashok Khanna sir, and my friend Dr. Vijay Bhamre, and the management of this institute, who has given me this opportunity to share my views, my some ideas about the challenges of environment and agriculture before you. I am very much thankful to all the organizers of this one day national webinar. Also, the technical side who has given technical support to this college, and non-teaching and teaching staff. Once again, thank you very much. Good afternoon to all of you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Dada Saheb Gajhans. You are giving very informative lecture, and you are give the knowledge about oxygen. Oxygen is very important issue in human being. So very thankful to you. Now I request and invite to our principal, Dr. Ashok Khairnar. Please give feedback of this lecture. Please, sir.
Thank you, Professor Dada Saheb Gajhans, sir. Sir, your presentation reflects your thinking as well as knowledge. Since you have worked as chairman BOS in geography, when the man who works as the chairman of any board of studies thinks out of box, thinks in a different way, and offers new perspectives to the subject, offers new perspectives to the area on which he talks. I mean, in the same way, sir, you have given very new perspectives. You have not only touched and discussed, I mean, the challenges to environment, but you have also talked about, I mean, why does ecosystem collapse? What are the reasons? You have not only taken review of the, aspects, or you can say problems, you can say challenges to the environment, but you have expressed your concern also, and that is really the thing which strikes us, and the thing which you notice that, sir, when you made a statement that when we see dead bodies floating on the Pais river Ganges, I mean, this concern you expressed. I mean, this is the concern for every geographer. This is the concern for every conscious environmental lover. And that concern you have expressed. Sir, this is the thinking out of box. And that really I liked. Sir, when you were talking about irrigation, and you talked about imbalance in irrigation. Sir, our college is situated in Sakri Tehsil, Dhule district. See, sir, in Sakri Tehsil, there are two rivers. One is Panjra Khan and second is Burai River. On Burai River, my native place is located. I mean, the system which I am going to now tell you, I myself is the beneficiary of that system. Sir, on these two rivers, I mean, Panjra Khan is the one river and this Burai is the second river. On these two rivers, there was one system. I mean, which was from the British rule, and that system continued. I mean, till the last decade of 20th century. That system is known as FIRST system. In FIRST system, what we see, sir, I mean, FIRST system is the best example of water management. I mean, thousands of acres of land is allotted for one crop and water is distributed equally. I mean, there is one person who looks after that water management. Even there is labor management, there is financial management, and there is crop management. See, that system proved very successful, sir. That I reminded by your lecture. I mean, sir, your lecture was really wonderful and thought-provoking. Your command over subject, your command over English. I mean, and your way of delivery of thought was really excellent. So your lecture was very reflective, thought-provoking, and informative. Sir, I have to say a lot, but I do not want to take much more time since we are moving towards valedictory function. That's why, sir, you accepted our invitation and you joined with us in this national webinar. So on behalf of our Jagannath Karwadas Adarsh College and on behalf of our Honorable Chairman, I express my gratitude and I would like to be thankful to you, sir. Thank you very much to be with us as resource person. Thank you very much, sir.